Awareness is the first step. We can't fix something we can't see. We can't fix something we didn't know was there. I suggest replacing "I can't do XYZ" or "I'm bad at XYZ" with "How can I do XYZ?" or "What else is possible?" See, your brain always wants to answer a question. Welcome back, everyone, to the Fortunes of the Brave podcast. Today, I'm your host, Mary Kathryn Johnson. I'm the CXO here at Planet Wealth, and I've got a couple of questions for you. I hope you indulge me for a few minutes. My first one, what happens when you say to yourself over and over again, "I'm just bad with XYZ," whatever that might be? You know, a client once said to me, "I'm just bad at keeping track of my time," until a belief shift doubled her productivity and revenue in just 3 months. Come to find out, she wasn't really bad at keeping track of her time. She was spending time on other people's priorities. When she turned off all her notifications on her phone and computer, of course, except texting, right? My sons text me. I'm not turning my notifications off on that. And she switched her time from consuming social media content to producing content. She realized the problem wasn't keeping track of her time. It was actually ensuring she spent her time wisely, productively, and ultimately profitably. I've had countless clients and students say exactly the same thing with their fill-in-the-blank chosen fault. Our clients here at Planet Wealth typically say one of two things. They either say, "I'm bad with numbers," or "I'm bad with talking to people." Until a belief shift opens the door to doubling the revenue or funding they thought was possible, again, in about 3 months too. See, awareness is the first step. We can't fix something we can't see. We can't fix something we didn't know was there. So I suggest replacing "I can't do XYZ" or "I'm bad at XYZ" with "How can I do XYZ?" or "What else is possible with XYZ?" See, your brain always wants to answer a question. Did you notice that's the reason I started this podcast with a question? Also, you may have noticed that people who share their goals publicly, even in a text thread, let's say, typically hit them 2 times faster. So you see where I'm going, right? We're talking about ways that we can impact our own success by just thinking of things a little bit differently. Because I've tried this, because I used to think that I was terrible at goal setting, right? And consequently, goal hitting. So if your goals are set up as quick wins, you are creating momentum and you're reinforcing that change is doable right now, not someday. So try that sometime. Put a small goal publicly, share it, and see what happens. One of my first mentors that I ever hired shared a very important law that I've followed these 15 years since. And that law is called Parkinson's law. It was created by a naval historian, C.Northcote Parkinson, in 1955 in an essay that he published in The Economist. And it states, "Work expands so as to fill the time available for its completion." So what does that mean? Well, if I give myself 2 days to fold the laundry, the basket will sit on the couch or in the corner until the last 15 minutes of day 2, right? At which time I'll fold the laundry. So how does this apply to you and your business or your funding goals? Well, the best time to accomplish a task or get stuff done, we call that GSD, and I am using the PG version of get stuff done. The best time to accomplish a task or get stuff done is now. Act before analysis paralysis or perfectionism sets in. So I'm sure that if you are listening to my voice, there is probably something you need to get done that maybe you're putting off for whatever reason, right? You're unaware of the next steps. You're afraid you won't be successful. You're waiting for the right time or the right circumstances. So here's your homework. Give yourself 10 minutes to dive into that task and GSD. Get stuff done. I almost said it. So why am I talking about this? Because success isn't just a series of tasks. It can be very simple. It can be very clear. It can be very detailed. Success can. But what got us to where we are right now isn't necessarily, and usually isn't at all, what we need to get to the next step. And sometimes we just need a little mindset shift to actually get us to the next step. I look at this as climbing a staircase. But as I'm climbing the staircase and I accomplish a new thing, something that I learned in order to create success, I took a step, but I encountered a wall. No door, no keyhole, no door handle, no window, nothing, a wall. And in order to take the next step, there were some mindset shifts I had to make in order to even have the door produce, for me to be able to open it and walk in and take the steps that actually do the tasks that are required for me to get through that door to the next step. And once I do that, yay, congratulations, celebration time. And then there's another wall, right? And there's a new mindset shift I have to make. This is the process. People who are successful, it doesn't mean they know more than you do. We have access to the same tools, the same research, the same information. Right now in time, we have access to everything we need. The way we look at those things might be different. And we need to possibly shift the way we look at things in order to take that next step, in order to open that next door. So which mindset shift that I've talked about so far felt potentially hardest as I was describing it? And what's one micro step you'll try today to move yourself forward to change that? Switch the thing you think you're bad at to how can I or what's possible. Is that the one that's hard for you? Is that the one you're going to take a micro step about? Or is it sharing your goals publicly and making them small, quick wins? Is that what you're going to focus on? Or maybe start following Parkinson's law and actually do things now. Give yourself a shorter window of time to accomplish tasks. And believe me, the time fills and you accomplish them as you allocate that time. That was my biggest Parkinson's law. I would procrastinate, and it was usually because I was afraid. I didn't know exactly what I needed to know, or I wanted to be perfect at it. And once I let go of that and said, nope, I'm going to get it done at this time, and I looked at it logically rather than emotionally about my own potential shortcomings, it's amazing how much I got done. So, which one are you going to do? I'd love to hear. And in the meantime, be brave. You've got this.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this episode of Planet Wealth Fortunes of the Brave, check out our other videos for more insights and strategies to elevate your financial freedom. You can subscribe right here and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Join our community and take your financial future to the next level. I'll see you in the next video.